Welcome to another game of Catan. Today we are in fourth position, and I'm looking at the 5, 10, 8, very high production spot going towards the 3 to 1. Looks decent. Problem here is you're not going to probably get on a ton of wheat. Maybe the 4, 6, 2 could potentially be open, but then you're not on sheep. So it's kind of a risky first pick here. What else looks good? The 3, 8, 4 is decent going towards the 3 to 1. 384, a little bit low production though. What else? There is a high concentration of sheep over down to the southwest with the 1095. And then where's the sheep port? Sheep port's off this 25. So not enough wheat, but orange does take the 5, 10, 8. They should be able to get on some wheat here, but my fear for them would be not getting a wheat and sheep spot. So I don't know if I would take the 5, 10, 8 first. That being said, it is a very high production spot. Now second position immediately swipes the 3, 8, 4. I almost like the 3, 8, 4 better than the 5, 10, 8. Just because now all blue needs is sheep to complete a set, whereas orange needs both wheat and sheep. And I don't think anywhere around this 4 is going to be open, but I could be wrong. Now I'm going to try to get this 3, 8, 4 spot and then pair it with, I don't know, I think third position could swipe the 3, 8, 4 spot. But we'll see. There is a ton of sheep on this board, but it's all in the south. I could honestly see blue taking this 9, 10, 5 spot if it's open. Very bold decision for third pick. The 2, 9, 10. Okay, well that leaves it pretty open for us. So I really like this 3, 8, 4 spot. Probably going down to this 3 to 1 port. And then pairing it with a wood brick spot. Potentially this 11, 4. Well, we know we're going to take this first, and then hopefully we can pair it with a solid wood brick spot for the free road, but let's think about this. So we could take the 9, 4, 11, which puts us close enough to likely connect here. And we could even go right, because I don't know if this 11, 3, 10 gets taken. Another option would be just going for high production and going for this 9, 10, 5 spot, or even this 11, 5, 6 spot. But I do want a lot of wood to pair with my brick. And I'm not sure if anyone takes this 11, 6, 3 spot, and no one is probably going to take this 11, 3, 10 spot. So I'm very tempted to go here. It's a little bit lower production though. Let's take this first. We know we're going to take this spot, and we have some time for second. So 4, 9, 11 is what I'm leaning towards, going towards the right. Could also take the 11, 4, 5, a little bit more production, get on sheep immediately and get on wood. And then we can still go right in this scenario. But let's see, what does black take? Black could take the 3, 9, 6. Then blue takes anywhere around the sheep. And then orange takes anywhere around the sheep as well. Maybe the 3, 6, 11 going towards the 4. So if they take the 3, 6, 11, then that means this 11, 6, 3 spot's not going to get taken. Or is not going to be able to get taken. Which makes me feel a little bit stronger about taking the 4, 11, 9 going towards the 11, 10, 3. Because I just don't assume it gets taken here. I know production-wise it makes more sense to take the 4, 10, 5. and then maybe just going off to the right. But someone could take the 11-5-6. So this is really, so I think I'm going to do this and then go for a road. Because I think this 11-3-10 will be open. I think it makes the most sense for black to take the 9-3-6. 4-10-5. Okay, that changes things a little bit. So now blue still needs sheep. They could take the 6-3-4 themselves, just so that they're close enough to connect and they get a free road. So that's what they do. So this really puts orange in a tough spot. They're also going to be fighting me for this 11-3-10 spot, which I don't think is a super smart idea. Yeah, he did leave a pretty powerful spot open for orange. Now the question is blue going to place that road? We're definitely going to fight him. I think we have a pretty strong contention for this spot. All we really need is the sheep. Okay, so they place the road right. I'm also realizing blue has a really, really solid expansion to the 11-5-6. So if we can beat him here, we definitely will try. Okay, they blocked the 8. That's decent. I think black definitely has the worst setup here. What does help is that they will get to this 2-5 with the sheep port and then this 11-9. So they have some pretty decent expansion spots. What kind of worries me about my setup is that even after getting this 11-10-3 spot, I know this is long term, but getting road, I might be locked in if black places on this 10-9. Okay, now all we need is the sheep. The only person we're really competing with for a road is blue, though. And blue is only on a 3 and 11, so I probably don't have to worry. I don't know if they get enough roads to even compete with us long term, but they do have more space. Okay, black. Let's see, who does black rob here? Okay, really hammering the 4, or the blue. I'm tempted to actually take this, but I don't really want to give black the settlement. I do not have 2 brick. Now I have 2 brick. Probably smart he doesn't take that trade. Okay, he does have an excess amount of sheep though. Yeah, he's sitting on a ton of sheep and the 9 hasn't rolled. So he is going to need to give me, or actually I guess he could do the 4 for 1. Yeah, he's probably going to 4 for 1 for it. He's got so much sheep, but he's being greedy, but I think he knows he has the 4 for 1. Yeah. That is the only problem with a setup where you're lacking a resource, is your competitors, if they're smart, they won't trade you. So it's actually, I think it's a good idea that black's doing this. So black making some pretty lucrative trades. So he gets another ore and wood for his wheat. I am slightly worried that black cuts me off this 8-10 just because it's such a great expansion. Yeah, he's asking for more wood. The 9's rolled. We'll have to offer 2 here. I'm getting a little concerned that blue might consider cutting us off here. Best I could do is this ore and brick. We will have to hold here though, because we'll need a couple more bricks to 4 for 1. It is tempting to use the wood to get this 8-10, but I really don't want to risk blue cutting us off here. So we'll have to wait for a couple more 8s to hit, or a 4. We are prime 7 target though. Everyone needs the wheat. So after placing on this 11, can we play fast game? Blue's getting frustrated. After placing on this 11, 10-3, we'll have a lot more balanced resources. And we should be able to get this 8-10. Make a lot of sense though if our opponents, if black cuts us off with this 8-10. Black being pretty greedy here with the trades. I don't think you should ever start by offering I don't need your sheep anymore. He's got, no. He's got to have plenty of sheep to 2 for 1. I don't want to give him a city here. I'd rather 4 for 1 my wheat, honestly. But I will take this. This will give us both the settlement and the road. We are sitting on a decent amount of cards though. Also, if an 11 hits, we always have the potential to snag this 11-5-6 spot. And we have a really, really well-balanced amount of resources for road here. Okay, black blocking the 8. And stealing from orange here. Maybe we get the sheep. No one needing the brick here because I think the 9's rolled a decent amount. So our 9's not super valuable. Honestly, I think we just cut blue off. I don't know how 1 with 2, 4, 5, 9, 10 win that 3, 4. What? So I think black's actually doing really well here. Surprisingly, after I roasted his first settlement. But he's sitting on a lot of cards. He has a really strong settlement or city on this 4-10-5. And he's got this 2-1 port. I could see him robbing us now, maybe at one of the 8, probably the 8. Then again, he is fighting probably for army here. So I think that's why he keeps blocking this 8. Okay, so he blocks the 3, steals from us. Now my concern is that he places one more road and just takes this 5, 6, 12 spot. That really hurts us actually. So does he have enough to settle? He wants the wood. He's on 7 cards, so this makes me think he might have a road and a settle. I think that'd be a really strong play. So we are definitely going to be blocking black. Okay, so I think he was asking for the wood so he could do that play. But then he didn't want to risk it. So black is definitely a concern. He's such a strong sheep port. So I think orange needs to block that 5 or maybe the 10. Yeah, I don't think the 4 is a good block. I mean, it hurts me, but the 5 and the 10 are free cards. Yeah, so I think blue now is in a pretty bad spot. Black's gonna win this game unless our competitors start making a little bit better decisions on these blocks. I think you need to block the 5 here. It's a free card +1, and it's coordinated 5 with his ore. And I think he's gonna run away with army unless orange starts making some moves. This is very true, by the way. So a 5, he has the sheet port, so a 5 is a dev card every time. So orange should have definitely been, oh, my bad. Tough, tough. But yeah, I think that the coordinated 5s, every 5 is a dev card. Blue getting very frustrated. We're still not on sheep, which is tough. That's a pretty smart block. I think I might take this 3-to-1 port first. Okay, we had to do that. Otherwise, we're definitely going to 7 out. We don't love to see it, but it looks like orange doesn't have a knight either. Yeah, which is killing him. Okay, let's get a wood here. Or let's 7 out. Gonna have to block the 5. And we get the brick, unfortunately. Does anyone have wood here? I'm gonna do the 3-to-1 first because I keep getting stuck. And it'll be 2 roads out of black to cut us off with the 11, 5, 6. So I feel okay about that. Well, that's tough. Orange, pretty unlucky, honestly, with the road building. He really needs to compete with black. But we had a good block on the 5. That hurts black quite a bit. I think if orange doesn't start competing with black for army, we're going to be in trouble. I also don't like the prospect of black potentially having a road building, because him getting on this 11, 5, 6 would, that's just GG. Yeah, now both orange and black looking pretty dangerous here. Black more so, though. We can get to 6, but it's going to be tough for us to win this game. Black going to be at 8 soon. There's no way he doesn't have enough to buy another dev card. Yep. So I'm assuming that first one wasn't a knight. Okay, we hit another 3, so now 4 gives us a city. That would be huge. And we're going to city up this 3-8-4. And then we'll need to connect here pretty soon. Most likely black will be at 8 by the end of this next turn. But we have 2 wood in hand, we're on an 8, we're on a 9. So we shouldn't have a problem connecting here. Orange still no knight. That's just tough. I mean, he also has no sheep. And blue's pretty much out of this game as well. I think the 11-6, 11-3-6 was just maybe not the play. He's at 7 now. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if I can roll an 8, then or not. Gonna have to pass here, unfortunately. We don't like to pass with 7, but okay, now we hit the 8, a little bit late. Problem here too is if we 7 out, there's really no cards I want to give up besides maybe the sheep. Okay, so now orange at 8 as well. We're falling behind now. We're going to need some lucky rolls to get back in this. We do have the city, but I think it's more important that we at least get to 7. Honestly, I think black could win it here. I'm going to say this in the chat just to make sure that our opponents don't make any silly errors. Yeah, I think it was a really bad call in the beginning to block the 4. It would have really slowed down black's knights. I wonder if black has a mono. He could be considering that. Go ahead and get that. If our opponents are really nice, maybe we get a city here, but I don't think so. Okay, we're at 8 now. But I have a feeling black's going to win it this next go. He didn't play the knight, but he didn't need to. Everyone's too far away. And it's not on him anyway. And that 8's a really, really solid place for the knight. So I do think that black has a knight in hand. Otherwise, he would have spent some more of his cold hard cash on getting dev cards. So maybe he has enough to win this next time. Yep, that's 9. Probably GG. Well, we were close. I think we got 3rd. Decent game. What could we have done differently? I mean, maybe we could have just doubled up on the 3. I really like the 3-4-8. And having that much brick, I don't think would have helped us that much. But let's see, maybe we could have taken the 3-6-9. And then, I don't know, maybe even like the 11-3-6. And then we get on the wood port, but it's still not a ton of wood. So I don't know what we could have done differently. I think our opponents played very well. I was roasting Black's first settlement, but once he got on this 4-10-5 here, that really, really helped this game. I mean, we could have taken the 5-9-10-2-5. Obviously, that doesn't really make too much sense. Go left. But, I mean, that would have just... I don't think there was really... that would have destroyed Black, but I think that would have just given Orange the win here. We wouldn't have been able to compete with Orange. So, interesting game. I wonder if there was a route I could have gone or if there's something I could have done differently here. So, comment down below. This was an interesting game to me. I think it was, I wonder if there was something we could have done. I think we played as efficiently as possible given the resources we had. Maybe we could have tried to 4-for-1 a little bit earlier on. But our opponents kept it tight with the trading, which was good. So yeah, comment down below. I'm curious to hear your feedback. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.